I'd like to turn now to some of the other powers that are available, particularly under POCA, and available to a limited number of agencies such as the Serious Fraud Office. And the first of these is civil recovery. Civil recovery was a function and a power that was first of all given to the Assets Recovery Agency, to which Timon has mentioned, drawn attention in his introduction. So the Assets Recovery Agency was given the power to apply for civil recovery orders. Well, the Assets Recovery Agency is now part of the Serious and Organised Crime Agency, but the powers that were available to the Assets Recovery Agency are also now available to a small range of other organisations, such as the Crown Prosecution Service, such as the Revenue and Customs Prosecution Office, and also to the Serious Fraud Office. And it's a very important power, because under Section 240 of POCA, the Serious Fraud Office can apply for a civil recovery order in respect of property which has been obtained or represents property obtained through unlawful conduct. It's not necessary to demonstrate that the person who holds the property is the person who committed the unlawful conduct. What we have to show is simply that that property represents the proceeds of unlawful conduct. And what we can do then is we can apply to the High Court for an order that the person holding that property should transfer it to the Crown. And that is a power that we have, and it's very important to us. The power is in respect of the assets, and the courts have held that this power is compliant with the Human Rights Act. There are also a range of other ancillary proceedings that can be brought as part of an inquiry leading up to a civil recovery order. Now, in deciding whether to apply for a civil recovery order in particular circumstances, what we have to do is to look at the public interest and to look as well at the best way of defeating crime. Now, normally, criminal investigation leading to criminal prosecution will be the best way of defeating crime, but there will be other circumstances where an alternative approach is needed. And what we look for is where there are cases where it is perfectly proper and legitimate and in the public interest to look for civil recovery as an alternative to a criminal investigation and to a prosecution. And what we have to establish when we go to the High Court and ask for a civil recovery order is this: we have to establish that the individual is holding these assets, and we need to be able to establish everything that we need under the statute on the civil balance of probabilities test. And it's important here to reflect as well that a criminal conviction is not part of what's needed in order to be able to obtain a civil recovery order. We can obtain a civil recovery order without there being any criminal conviction. And so it's an important power that's been given to us. We've obtained one civil recovery order so far in respect of a company called Balfour Beatty, where there were accounting irregularities in respect of an overseas subsidiary. We went to the High Court by agreement with the company and obtained a civil recovery order, and it was an important first for the Serious Fraud Office. But there will be more cases to come because it is an important power.